over the auditorium, and I was in the, I guess, 4th grade right here, and I missed 4 spelling words. That's the only spanking I ever got in school was that. And your aunt Helen was the one that spanked me.
Oh no!
And
She would spank you whether you.
we would, the boys in the upstairs, I remember Harry and a bunch of them would crawl out on the roof, and they'd crawl out through the window. And Myrtle Minnie Kell, do you remember her? Myrtle Minnie Kell would get so mad she'd holler at them, make them get back in the room.
So describe the building and how those 3 separate things were used.
This right here, this was the elementary, like this was the cafeteria. But behind that was 2 classrooms, and it was like the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grades, I think. And then you went upstairs here, and that was like the 4th,
Fifth.
5th.
And then some more kids from the other room would come in there and take math and history.
And then this was the high school wing over here, and in the back, I mean on the very back was the next classroom that you went in, which I guess was the 7th and 8th
Yeah.
grades, and of course there was only 11 grades when they closed this one, and we went into the brick ones and that's there now. And then when we went to Chinook Valley, they added the 12th grade. Up until that time, there was only 11
But
grades.
I graduated with 11 grade.
Right.
And you don't remember the year you graduated. It had to be before 1950s.
I've got my college diploma, but I don't have my high school.
Okay.
Well, she was born in 31, so.
31, so
If
49.
you can,
That'd be
Yeah, that's
about
what I
right,
was
huh?
thinking.
would it?
49, 50
Wow.
would be
Yeah,
right
when
about
she
the
would.
time.
The buses, according to the Walker County history book, were the first buses used north of Atlanta, and that was in 1921. And this school is the first consolidated school in Walker County.
Mm-hmm.
The Oak Hill and a school named Liberty, which I don't know where it was, came together. And
Didn't they say in Georgia? Didn't they say it's the first in Georgia's consolidated school?
first in the county is what the book says, but I don't know.
I
Seems
guess
like
it's first in the county.
Yeah,
Seemed like I read somewhere where it was
I had that in my head too, Talmadge, but I
Yeah.
couldn't find it, so we'll have to look
And it just
more.
kept doing it because Rossville consolidated.
Right, yeah. So there was several others after that.
and I can't remember the one of the books says that the school was down on the ground floor. And I've lost my memory,
Trying to
Right.
find.
but it told about I just can't remember what it said. It was upstairs right after they built that building, you know.
So it was a
Yeah.
school.
Well, I want to tell you
only
something
school.
I remember. I just come to me. My sister Doris was graduated from there. She was the first one in our family, you know, she was the oldest. And when Robert Brown, you remember the Browns, Robert Brown, them?
Remember the name?
Robert Brown's, Kemp, them. A bunch of the boys slipped off and went to the creek. There's 3 or 4 of them. And Robert Brown was one of them. And Mr. Davis was the principal. That was him. And he found out about it, and he said he was going to spank them for him. There's a nice school. And Robert Brown and stuff like, oh, you're not going to spank me. You know, he was grown. He says, and Robert was a senior. And he looked at him, Mr. Davis did, he says, "Do you want to graduate?" And old Robert took his spanking.
Well, tell them about when you and Lester slipped off and went to the store. No, that was Charles that did that.
What?
When Mr. Brown was the principal, and Charles went to Ceder Grove 1 or 2 years, but the stores down at Trickham, of course, were active then, and Charles and Buster, Ralph Guthrie, slipped off from school and went down to the stores, and when they came back, Mr. Brown was waiting on them.
Well, one time Sir Elizabeth Bell and we wanted to go to the store and they wouldn't let us. Well, there wasn't but one house down there, and we slipped off and we crawled down across that field and went to the store and come back, and we had scratches all over us because that thing had saw bars in it. But we never did get caught with that.
Well, it was all grown up in those days.
Yeah, it was. It was all grown up. But we crawled when we couldn't.
After you passed our basketball court,
Yep.
it was really grown up from there on to the
And we
main road.
crawled.
Doesn't it? But that was a dirt road. I mean, all up in here was dirt roads.
Yeah, tell us about the basketball courts. You told me there was 2.
There was the one on this side of the school was the girls. It was
No,
down in
wait
the
a minute. Let me see.
Yeah, this side. This is the east.
No, yeah, the girls was over here, right back behind there.
Yeah.
Yeah, back, and the boys was over here.
On that. Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
But it was down. It went kind of downhill.
Yeah.
On both of them, and it was.
Was it?
and
We
flat.
called it the flat.
Yeah, the flat. That's where it was.
This was the flat down here.
Right.
Yeah, and the boys wasn't there. Is that where the boys stopped?
We had
it was
a ball court down there,
Yeah,
and had
that's the one
horseshoes, and Shirley Stoker and I was the girls' champion horseshoe pitchers.
It was, and I don't know how they got it packed. So it was
Hard.
smooth. It was just packed
That
hard.
was clay court.
Now this one over here was the best court you remember.
Yeah, it was the best.
It
court.
was one hard packed.
And sometimes we played on it. I mean, we practiced in the mornings, and it was frozen hard
Uh-huh.
as could be.
Well, now cold weather didn't bother us about playing ball, did it?
Cold weather didn't bother us back in those days. We weren't used to heat and all that stuff.
But we had fun, didn't we?
Like when we'd go to the road to wait on the school bus, it would be spewed up the ice,
And we'd walk on it.
Yeah, and you'd make pictures or paths on
Yeah.
it in that where it was spewed up,
And if you'll notice, all these girls has got long stockings on.
They probably got long handles on them.
But them were the days. And right here was a little concrete porch. You remember that?
Yep.
Right there. And all those trees, we had, as you first go in, you'd walk up, there's two on each side, wasn't it?
Yep. There was a little porch right here that off of the cafeteria.
Yeah,
too, because
on the back.
Right, I can remember them setting, I guess, garbage cans or something back there.
And they cooked in those windows are in the cafeteria.
Right.
So
I mean
how-
the kitchen part.
So how was the auditorium used? What did you
We
do
had
in there?
chapel every morning, didn't we? We pledged the flag, and
Lined up, you remember how we used to line up and march in?
well, and Antioch Church, of course, is right across the road here, and like before we went to Chattanooga Valley, Antioch would have revivals, and maybe somebody from Tennessee Temple would be running the revival. They'd march the whole school across the road to the church, and we would have chapel at church, at the church. And Dr. J.R. Faulkner
Yep.
did flannel graph a lot, and you know, that's something that you know.
We
didn't-
enjoyed it.
Yeah, we did. We did.
And we were taught in the classroom that Christianity for our teachers. But that, you know what? Just looking at that makes me think of things. So
It makes me.
and Susie Bird, you remember Susie Bird?
I know.
Boy,
the
she
name.
was a mean teacher.
I can't remember anybody's name.
She was an old maid, that's
Yeah.
why.
And this was Jay Bird's sister, wasn't it?
Who?
The one person I can
Jay
remember
Not the.
is
Oh,
Miss
no,
Moore,
yeah,
Miss
he's-
Oh, woo.
Miss Jane Moore.
Boy, she's a big old fat woman.
She was. She's. You know, she was like this. I mean, this is.
And
she-
boy, I'm telling you, if any of the kids made her mad, she made them follow her, didn't she? You remember that?
And when I was in the first grade, I can remember crying. I mean, I didn't want to be. I wanted to be at home, you know, and I'd have a headache, you know, and she'd shake me and she'd say, "You little red-faced thing, I don't think you've got a headache."
And in the cafeteria one day they had turnip greens, and my oldest brother, he wouldn't eat them, and she tried to make him eat them. Miss Moore did, and if he come home and told my daddy, and Daddy went up to see her about it, and he said he don't eat turnip greens at home, and he don't have to eat them at school.
That was when the parents could go talk to the teachers. That was good. Yeah.
But now she was mean, wasn't she?
She was mean.
And if the kids got into anything, and she'd walk all over the school ground though, at dinner when we'd have an hour play, and she'd make the kids follow her that it didn't get in trouble. They had to follow her just everywhere she went.
So you guys had it easy.
Right.